right. Good morning, everyone. Wanted to create one more video here today on XRP. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I do want to talk about this chart that I shared yesterday on X. And I shared several thoughts around it. Just some considerations as we look at the unique nature of what we're doing here with XRP. I think the big picture that I want you to take away is that we are doing something for the first time. I've said this in other videos, but I just want to make sure I really emphasize it. We are doing something for the first time in 7 or 8 years. 8. A little bit over 8 years since the last time XRP did anything like this. What I mean, what is this? Breaking into a new all-time high after several years of consolidation. Back in 2017, it was after 3.5 years of consolidation. Now it's after 7 years of consolidation. And so I shared several thoughts as to why this could be a very, very explosive breakout. And several reasonings. So go over here to Twitter and follow this here. And I apologize for my voice. It's just rough. But anyway, this will be my last video of the day. But yeah, I think we're getting very close to a major breakout, and we closed the weekly above the old all-time high. And right now, I just have forecasted, what if XRP does a 2,700% move? What price would that take us up to? It would take us up to $100. You might say that's silly, sugar. Well, we did a 5,700% move back in 2017 when XRP broke into a new all-time high. This is what we call price discovery. This whole zone here, I guess I need to write this on the chart. Price discovery. That's what this is. This whole zone here. You want me to draw you a pretty box? Hold on, we'll draw you a pretty box. This whole zone here was price discovery. Peeps. Boom. Boom. That's price discovery. And guess what? Price discovery. I'm not going to put the green box there because it's annoying. But you get my drift? I'm just a humble person trying to tell you what I see. And what I see is we've had 7 years of reaccumulation. I don't know what's going to happen. Here's the point. No one does. But even if we did half of this percentage breakout after double the accumulation and consolidation, that's $100. If we do a similar move, 5,700, that's $200. I don't know what's going to happen. But all I'm telling you is we are in a very unique time for this asset. Is it possible that we just go up to $4 and then go to zero? Sure, anything's possible. That's just as possible if we go to $1,000 overnight. So I just wanted to put a video behind this because this post here on X is getting a lot of traction. And I think it's getting a lot of traction because it's just common sense. And we're talking about basic market expansion dynamics after a 7-year consolidation underneath the old all-time high. And actually not only a 7-year consolidation, but then a 7-month consolidation. You have 7. To me, that's very powerful. And now we're going into price discovery. So I don't know where that's going to land, but I think it's significant enough that we need to really take a step back and be very careful as to what we're saying and how we're saying it. And again, a lot of this is based on what are these wave counts? Was this an impulsive wave 1, or was this our impulsive wave 1? And I've told you the reason I think this was probably the initial impulsive wave 1 is because if you come over here to a chart like Stellar, for sake of time, let's just go back to the trading view chart. If you come over here to Stellar had, there's no way that could have been a wave 1 for Stellar. This was your wave 1 for Stellar. So just some thoughts as we're looking at the charts here, and I just want to put out a video about this. We are in what they call price discovery. XRP has not seen that for 8 years. So Make your decisions accordingly. Everybody's going to make their decisions at different points. I totally get that. I'm just giving to you the big picture of why it's very important over the next few weeks that we remember this right here. All right, enjoy.